Sigma inside in a crowd for Kristoviak, and he is hit and fouled on the shot. Mark Aguirre whistled for the foul.
The referees are really on top of this ball game tonight. They're calling everything, calling it real close.
Kristoviak gets the first one up and down. Tony Brown, who did not play in game 1, has to play tonight because of the absence of Paul McKeskey, and they'll rest Jack Sigma for a few minutes here late in the first, and I assume early in the second.
Yeah, it's tough on Dale. You have a game plan coming in, and you have 2 starters that are out, and then all of a sudden a mainstay substitute gets a stomach ache.
He's a more important off-the-bench player than a lot of people realize, too. Kristoviak made 2, 26-21, no shot clock. A dozen to play in the first. Vinny on the wing. Steps up. Green slaps it away. Now we have 8 seconds left. He dribbles out of a trap and finally has it flicked away. Brown to Pierce. 2 seconds to play in the quarter, and Pierce lays it up and in. 26-23 at the end of 1. The Pistons lead Milwaukee by 3. And Hugh Hollins is acting like he wants to put another second back up. No, he won't. That's the end of the quarter on the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. On the TV 50, 8 o'clock movie on Tuesday night, it's the broadcast TV premiere of The Fly. That's not the Chubby Checker record. It stars 2 of my all-time favorites, Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis. One thing you gotta like about it, though, it's a remake of the 1958 horror classic, The Fly, Tuesday on the TV 50, 8 o'clock movie. First quarter stats. Pistons 55% from the floor, Bucks 58%. Their 5 turnovers to 1 killed them. Milwaukee did hit 8 for 8 from the free throw line in the first. 26-23 Pistons as we start the second. Tony Brown against Aguirre. Brown with a bounce to Pierce, overplayed by Dumars. Ricky gets it, comes foul line, fires and fills it up. He was doubled. It was a very tough shot. He made it look easy.
He did make a tough shot look easy. He's an amazing shooter.
Then he helping Dumars. Wasn't helping up. Then he off a screen. Inside, nice dig deep. Edwards will come on and he dunks. Then he gets another piston a slam.
You know, they're not ordinary assists. These are great passes that lead to direct baskets.
Edwards, Sally, Aguirre. Vinny and Dumars start the second. Ricky Green on top. Dishes on the baseline of Brown. He'll square up and gun, and he got it off the glass.
Well, that's not a very good angle to shoot a backboard shot, but he hit it. I thought it was going to hit the side of the board.
28-27, Milwaukee's within 1. Dumars topside against Green. Baseline to Vinny, up fake on Kristoviak, gets to the lane, dishes back outside the Dumars. Shot clock at 6. Joe spins foul line, up fake, now a lean in. No, it's off the heel to Brewer. Brewer, Brown, Kristoviak, Green, and Pierce start the second for the Milwaukee Bucks. They could take the lead here. Green with the bounce wide of the lane to Pierce. He'll square up and gun. He got it.
Every shot's 2 points.
4 out of 4. And Milwaukee leads 29-28. Backcourt pressure by the Bucks. Aguirre topside. Back outside the Dumars. Clock is at 12 as they set the play up. Dumars on top. Off to Aguirre. He'll try it from the corner. No. Off the iron to Brewer. Randy Brewer to Ricky Green. And Milwaukee walks it up. That's not necessarily Ricky Green's favorite speed.
No.
Inside he goes. Nice reverse, and he hit it.
That's more like his speed.
Yeah.
He was a great penetrator. He came out in CBA and played for the Utah Jazz and did a great job for them.
He outquicked the Pistons there. Bucks by 3, 31-28. Dumars on the wing. Low inside to Edwards, back to Joe. He'll try for 3. It's through! Dumars Myers triples, and it's 31-31. 9 and 21 to play in the half.
That type of accuracy makes the inside-outside game tremendous.
Dumars has 9. Pierce gets it. He's doubled by Aguirre and Dumars. This is back topside to Green. On the wing to Brown. He sends it. He scores it. Tony Brown guns again and gets it again.
A lot of confidence for a guy that didn't play in game 1.
Tony Brown, the 4th-year man from Arkansas, has really bounced around. Edward to Vinny. He'll try for 3 from the top of the key. And it's through. 2 straight piston triples.
That really makes it hard for you to go down and double team the low post man when you know your man's going to hit a 3-pointer.
Vinny with 9. Dumars with 9. Pistons shooting 56%. Milwaukee really smoking at 70%. They trail by 1. Brown to the lane. Scoops, no, but he did draw the foul.
Vinny Johnson's trying to help the referee, say that it was a college brush off on the penetration, that and Brown did have his arm up into Mark Aguirre's face on that drive.
But the foul will go against Mark, and he does have 2. Out he comes. In comes Dennis Rodman. Dennis certainly disappointed and said so. Nothing dishonest about Worm, about not winning the Defensive Player of the Year award. Mark Eaton and Hakeem Olajuwon finished just ahead of him.
I was honest with him today. I said if I was a voter, I'd vote for you. I said I think that he does all the things that don't show on the stats better than anyone in the league.
I did vote for him. Milwaukee tied it on the split, but Vinny comes right back and hits the hoop.
Milwaukee is not making a very good adjustment on the pick and roll. Vinny is getting a big guy on that switch. If they continue to switch, the Bucks do, then Vinny's going to have a field day because the big guys just cannot stay with him. And you see he gets inside, goes to the basket.
And he gets the foul called. Green has picked up his first. EJ already with 11, looking for 12, and he finds it at the line. 37-34. We played 4 in the second. Green against Isaiah, who's returned for Dumars. Green on the wing to Pierce. Pump fake, lost Rodman, gets Worm back. His shot is short, but the foul's going to be called on Dennis.
A cute move by Ricky Pierce on the baseline. He went to fake over to the right-hand side of the court and came back off of a double pick and had some room. Worm had to close in on him, and on the closure, he had to foul him.
Pierce at the line, although he missed 2 late in game 1, is nearly automatic.
You think his mind was on that missed shot as he stood up there right now?
Not him.
They say that all great shooters don't have a conscience, and it's probably true.
You shouldn't.
Kevin Lockyer used to have a statement. He said great shooters should just put them up and sleep in the street.
Sounds like Murph. He used to put him up. Pierce got 2. Pistons break it down for a Sally jam, though. They get it the easy way. It's 39-36 Pistons.
The stuff was easy. The pass was difficult.
Humphries topside, leans in, flies it up over Isaiah. Short. Isaiah steps in front, gets the rebound. Blocked off the shooter. Up the other way, off to Edwards, back to Isaiah on the wing. Edwards, Sally, Rodman, Isaiah, and Vinny. James, the dotted line, pushes it up. No. Rebound, Brewer.
Humphries is struggling a little bit in this ball game. Dell's had him out for a long period of time. He came back in and still didn't look any better.
He played despite the flu in game 1. Humphries standing behind the 3-point line. And on the other side of the floor, Dennis Rodman is whistled for a foul. Trying to play keep away with Pierce.
Well, there's some contact there. I'd hate to say who initiated that type of contact.
Sigma returns. Randy Brewer sits down. Humphries misfires from the wing. Edwards rebound. Ahead to VJ. VJ will pull up, trying for three. It's going to be short. Got his own rebound, foul line. And we're going to get a timeout here with 6:44 to play in the half. Sigma foul Vinny. His second. Pistons 39, Milwaukee 36 on the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. Pistons fans, we got a chance, you know, to get tickets despite the sellouts here at the Palace. Call the Pistons during business hours at 377-0100. Get information on ticket availability for next year's exciting Pistons season. Priority numbers are now being taken. Call the Pistons at 377-0100 during business hours. Act now and avoid next year's sellouts. 44 straight sellouts here. So far, Milwaukee 12 for 19, 63%. Pistons with a lot more shots, though, 17 for 31, but they're 55%. Pistons with a 12-8 rebound advantage.
Shooting's a lot better in this game than game one. There isn't the jitters out there available now that both teams have settled into their pattern.
Bucks with 2 team fouls now, and Sigma's second before the timeout. Pistons have 3. Pistons to Edwards, back to Aguirre. Fumble it on the baseline, gets it back in the corner against Brown. Low inside, Brown helping Sigma with Edwards. Edwards to the mid post, and now we're going to get a whistle and a pushing foul. If it's on Sigma, that's 3, and it is, and it is. Roberts up and off the bench for Brown. I guess Sigma's going to stay in.
This is a risk on Coach Harris's part, but he doesn't have a lot of options.
Get Vinny the ball. Foul line, turn and gun, short over Pierce. Rebound, controlled by Aguirre. 24 more to score. Isaiah has it on the sideline. Edwards trying to get it against Sigma, has it high post. Pushes to Vinny, deep on the wing, trying for 3, just short. Had it measured. Didn't get it all the way there. Off the iron of the Bucks, Kristoviak. Back to Roberts near the timeline. Pistons beating them high. Pierce on the sideline against Edwards. Dishes back topside Humphries. Humphries foul line, dotted line, corner to Sigma. Here's the gun, it doesn't go. Kristoviak's putback doesn't either, but a foul. It's going to go against Jimmy Edwards. It's on the shot.
I agree with Harris taking Sigma out right now. The spread is only 3 points. You like to give a guy the opportunity to play normal, and normal is starting the second half with 3 fouls.
Randy Brewer replaces Sigma. Kristoviak at the line. In the crowd tonight. Get a shot of him sooner or later is Dick Versace. We'll get a shot of him, I know, at halftime, because he's going to join us for a minute.
He's all over the place, that guy. Saw him on TBS. He's on Bob Costas the other night. He'd probably rather be in the playoffs, though.
Oh, yeah. Dumars for Vinnie Johnson as Kristoviak makes 2 and pulls Milwaukee to within 1. It's 39-38, 5:35 to play in the half. Dumars outside against Humphries. Pocket 12. Edwards screening. Now's a switch. Isaiah has a topside, though. Inside to Sally. Double pump fake. Didn't get the shot. Brewer with the rebound, and it's a Piston foul on Edwards. Pistons are in the penalty now with 5 and 17 to play in the half. That's 2 on James. He'll come out. Bill Lambier replaces him.
Being tall helped on that one. Randy Brewer just stood there. It was no great movement on his part, but his hand did get in the way of the shot.
And he brought it down and was bumped by Edwards. He misses.
Brewer was really jerky on that shot. He got halfway through the motion, looked like he changed his mind. He's usually a fluid shooter.
And misses. They're now 13 for 16 from the line. Here come the Pistons. Aguirre got it inside from Isaiah and hooked and hit it. Pistons 41, Milwaukee 38. 5 minutes flat to play in the half. And Milwaukee will take time out. We're at the Palace. And this is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. On TV 50 tomorrow night, real-life stories of real-life cops. The exciting new series, Fox TV, Cops, tomorrow night at 8, followed by The Reporters at 8:30 on WKBD TV 50, your place for Fox. Milwaukee getting the line 4 times more than the Pistons, 13 for 16 for Milwaukee. The Pistons just 3 out of 4. 4 times as many times, I should say. That's easy for me to say. 4:59 to play in the half. Roberts, Pierce, Brewer, Kristoviak, and Humphries on the floor for Milwaukee. Bucks ball. Pierce from the corner turns and fires no. Kristoviak leaps for it. Hooks the putback up and in off the square.
Pretty cute move in there. He bumped into Bill Laimbeer to clear himself for the shot, and then he got a nice jump hook out of it.
41-40.
Trap.
Dumars to Isaiah in the corner. He got it. Dumars was 2-time. Got it to Isaiah right now, and Isaiah got it up and down. His first hoop tonight. 43-40. Pistons 4 1/4 to play in the half. Humphries off to Kristoviak on the way. Kristoviak fakes Laimbeer left, takes him right. This is cross court to Humphries. He'll fly it up in the corner and fill it up. Humphries with 4. Milwaukee's within 1. 43-42. Isaiah, Joe Dumars, Aguirre, Sally, and Laimbeer for Chuck Daly. Laimbeer from the corner. Guns no. Rebound Humphries. Inside 4 minutes now to play in the half. Milwaukee looking to take the lead. Humphries off the Pierce foul line. Back to Humphries topside. Here's the long gun. It doesn't go. Rebound fumbled by Sally. Tapped by Laimbeer and controlled by Billy. To Dumars way up to Aguirre. Aguirre gives it to the guard. Dumars inside to Isaiah. Foul line turn and gun. No for Isaiah. Rebound Kristoviak. Got up pretty good again. Ahead to Pierce. Milwaukee again looking to lead. Switch. Sally on Humphries. Humphries will go inside. Scoop and score. That was Milwaukee leads it.
Mismatch. A big guy guarding the guard. And he juked him and took him inside.
44-43. Leo 6 to play in the half. The Bucks lead it. Aguirre high post against Roberts. Backs him and bumps. Turns and guns. No. Sally cradles the rebound. Here's the pump fake and the putback, and he hit it. (45-44) Pistons on Spider Sally's putback. 2:44 to play in the half. Overplay by Sally, a slap away from Brewer. Brewer gets it back in the sidelines. Wander lane now to Pierce. Ricky Pierce against Dumars. Off to Roberts on the wing. The hook at mid-post to Brewer. Brewer's hooked from there, and he hits it with the shot clock running out.
That's milking the clock as far as you can.
46-45 Milwaukee. 2:22 to play in the half. Isaiah takes Humphries to the lane. Gets in the air. Gets it slapped away by Brewer. Gets it back. Takes it back outside. Dishes topside to Dumars. The long gun for Joe. No. Off the iron to Brewer. Let's take 10 for an ID here on the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network.
Two minutes left in the second quarter.
Roberts for the Bucks. Wide of the lane with a jumper. No. Rebound Dumars. Milwaukee by 1. 46-45. 1:50 to play in the half. Isaiah working between the rings against Humphries. Off to Dumars. Joe D to Isaiah. He'll take it inside. Wheel inside. Brewer, and Brewer collides and is going to be guilty of the blocking foul.
That's a helpless feeling for a guy like Brewer because Isaiah's coming 100 miles an hour. And he was really there, but he wasn't right in the middle of Isaiah's body, so the referee had to call it.
A few minutes ago, Humphries took the big man John Sally inside and hit it. Ricky Mahorn replaces John Sally now. Chuck Daly with Brendan Surr and Brendan Malone with him on the bench. Good staff from Milwaukee too. Del Harris, Frank Hamblin, Matt Calvin, and Mike Dunleavy. Isaiah makes and makes.
More coaches than players.
couple of their guys could suit up. Beck Dunleavy did earlier this year. Boy, he had great range as a player. He didn't have a whole lot of confidence either, did he?
He wasn't a very quick player, but he was really smart. He could hit the jumper on the outside.
Humphries, foul line now, dotted line. He is hit in the lane, and we're going to get a Mark Aguirre foul. Pistons 47-46 leaders on Isaiah's 2 free throws, but now Humphries goes back to the line as Innie replaces Isaiah. George Blaha along with 808 Dick Motta at the Palace. Our statistician is Joe Abramson. Our producer director is Harry Hutt. Our associate director, Jack Zagrodzky. 21,454 are happy that Humphries missed the first.
For a team that had all-time NBA free throw shooting record for the regular season, they don't seem to be stepping up to the line with the greatest deal of confidence.
Now they're 13 for 17.
I'm on the outside.
He makes, splitting the pair and tying the game. It's 47-47, a minute and 20 to play in the half. Brown's back for Milwaukee, guarding Vinny. Dumars in the corner against Humphries. Mid post to Mahorn, back to Vinny outside. They'll swing it wide of the lane to Sally. Sally trying to step in, finally flies it up over Brewer. No rebound, Krzysztofiak to Humphries. Minute to play in the half. Score tied at 47. Humphries to Pierce. Humphries on the wing, on the floor. Caught in the air, but dishes it to the big guy, Brewer, who gives to Brown, who goes to Krzysztofiak. Pump fake, the dribble drive, no. Follows his shot, no, but he's fouled. Krzysztofiak's had a great burst here in the last 5 minutes.
He's a hard worker. He's one of those Montana plow hands. He's used to walking in deep soil.
Lambier's foul on Krzysztofiak is his second. Krzysztofiak with 6 points so far for shooting these two and 7 rebounds. Moncrief led the Bucks in the entire game. In game 1 was 6. Edwards back in for Bill Lambier. Krzysztofiak with the make on the first. And the Bucks lead by 1. 48-47, 47 seconds to play in the half. Krzysztofiak got them both. Milwaukee by a deuce. And with 40 seconds to play in the half, the Piston shot clock's at 18. Dumars fakes himself away from Humphries, gets inside Brewer, dishes deep for the dunk to Spider Sally.
Perimeter defense, those big guys for the Bucks is breaking down.
Score is tied at 49. 25 seconds to play in the half. Humphries to work against Vinny. Humphries, top of the key to Pierce. Pierce tries for 3. It won't go through. Mahorn pulls it down. Chuck Daly takes a 20-second timeout with 12 seconds now to play in the half. And let's listen to these words about the war.
This is the war.
Saw a shot there on the TV side of Dick Versace, seated with John Giannopoulos behind the visitors bench here.
You can always recognize Dick Kane.
His hair's the same color as Del Harris.
I think that's better than having ulcers.
I'm not sure. I don't have that, but I do have ulcers.
They say that ulcers manifest themselves some way. The pressure this league will get you one way or the other.
All right, Chuck Daly's 20-second timeout gives his team the ball. The score is tied at 49. We're inside 10 seconds to play in the half. Isaiah, topside push over Green, no tap. Mahorn, no at the horn, and at the half, they'll walk out even. It's the Pistons 49 and the Milwaukee Bucks 49 in game 2 at halftime. These are the Eastern Conference semifinals, and this is the Pistons Playoff Basketball Network. How about a cold one at the Palace? Let's start the second half for our friends at Anheuser-Busch. For all you do, this second half starts for you. And so is this ice-cold Bud. Milwaukee with it. Humphreys lost it. Roberts found it. Trying to power it up inside. Foot. McGuire out to Isaiah. Driving Moncrief. Great dish off the Dumars who lays it in. Does anybody do it better?
No, that was a nice pass.
Pistons up a deuce. 51-49. 11.5 to play in the third. Humphreys on the sideline. Humphreys stops topside. Dishes back sideline to Sickman. Inside Roberts, he'll flip it up and in. We're tied at 51. Joe Dumars bouncing in the lane for Lampier. Nearly stolen by Moncrief. Billy gets it back inside to Mahorn. Hits the hook. Good looking third quarter start for the Pistons lead. 53-51. 10 and 51 to play in the third. Humphreys against Isaiah on the wing. Moncrief on the other side fires it up short to Mahorn. He lost it, but Lambier picked it up off the floor. Ahead to Isaiah. Heads for the sideline. Isaiah on the lane, and he is 2 times grabbed and fouled. Moncrief has picked up the foul.
They called the foul on the start of the drive. Isaiah wanted a continuation, didn't get it.
McGuire deep on the wing, trying for 3. It pops out to Kristoviak. 8 rebounds now for Kristoviak. Milwaukee looking to tie. Pistons up 53-51. Humphreys against Isaiah on the wing. Screen from Sickman. Off to Kristoviak. Back outside. Humphreys on the floor, down the lane. Guns on the run. Got it off the window. Good body control by Humphreys. The score is tied at 53.
Yeah, he had good body English to not draw the offensive charge.
Dumar's getting a screen from Lambier. On the screen and roll, Billy's got Moncrief. They'll loop it to him low inside. Turn and go. No, Mahorn puts it down. One-handed, puts it up and in and draws the foul.
As the Bucks are going over to 2 and 3 times the guy in the low post, the rebound on the side is going to miss. It's going to go to the opposite side, and the Pistons are just reaping all kinds of benefits on the offensive board over there. Mahorn just dug that spot out.
I got news for you, too. Jack Sickman's just picked up his 4th foul on the Mahorn shot.
That means he probably has to come out until the start of the 4th quarter or until his ball club usually gets, maybe you have to think about putting him back if your ball club drops 10 down.
Out he comes. In comes Brewer. Mahorn makes, and the Pistons lead him by 3, 56-53. 9 now and 43 to play in the third. Humphreys, topside Roberts, screen from Kristoviak. Roberts fires. No, it's off the heel to Isaiah. Pistons on the run the other way. Milwaukee gets back. Isaiah 360s off to Aguirre. They'll try to dig it out underneath, and it's out of bounds off mark.
I think the Pistons are conscientiously trying to pick up the tempo. They're pushing the ball into the attack area with a lot more vim and vigor this half.
Going to make you rush back to stop the break. Bucks did it there, however. Humphreys off to Kristoviak in the corner against Lambier. High post to Brewer. Passes on the wing to Moncrief. Time for the long gun. It doesn't go. Lambier pulls it off for Dumars. Joe motors up